OMG. Thank you so much, whoever just told me I was talking to you guys and I did not have sound. This is crazy. Welcome to Fly Girls Manifesting. So for the young lady or guy who was in here that told me that I did not have sound, I am so grateful. Thank you. Because I don't know how long I would have been talking. So come on to the room. Today we're talking about how to manifest the easiest way. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness, you are a godsend. You're my angel. I would have been talking for God knows how long without sound. So today we are going to be talking about the fastest and the easiest way to create and to manifest in your natural voice, how to make manifesting natural to you when it comes to your affirmations, your mental diet, and your self-talk. Because these are the questions that I get a lot when it comes to people fighting for their limitations. And I understand because I used to be there. I used to be a person who would read all the manifestation books. I would watch all of the videos and all of the stuff on the law of attraction, law of assumption, God knows, like I've been there. And it did not click for me until I realized that I'm watching all this stuff. And then I'm going throughout my day talking negatively, affirming things that are contradictory. So it wasn't until I decided to take a very short period of time, like a week, a day. I detoxed from social media and took 2 hours out of my day. And I said, okay, I've tried everything. I'm just going to take 2 hours where I just sit in silence and observe my thoughts. And lo and behold, that's where I found, I said, well, why am I thinking that? I didn't even realize that my thoughts were like doing some craziness in my head. And I'm like, well, I don't agree with that. But when you are on autopilot with your thoughts, they run in the back. But when you sit in silence and you actually observe them, you get to see what is running in the back. So you can affirm till you're blue in the face. If you have something running in the back that you're not aware of, you're affirming and then you're taking a break throughout the day and then it's just like clashing, it's like negating. So I'm going to help you guys, or whoever's here, whoever may be listening on the replay, to understand that affirmations are great, mental diets are great, focusing on, whatever you want to bring into your world is great. It's not until you really get to observe what's going on in silence that you get to see what your thoughts. I'm not suggesting that you meditate or that you have to, go on some purge or whatever. However, I'm just telling you my personal experience. It wasn't until I sat in silence just for like 2 hours. I said, I'm just gonna sit in this room for 2 hours. Because I was like, I can't do a week. I got to work, I got, my family. I know it's hard, but if you could you deserve to give yourself like a short period of time just to see what's going on in here. Like what is your natural vibration, your default mind and consciousness go? If you stump your toe, do you say in your mind, oh my God, why the hell did I do that? I'm so stupid. Or do you say it's okay and then you keep it moving? So what I will say is that I sat alone for 2 hours. And what I was able to see is that I was fighting for my limitations. Like, let's say I said something like, okay, I'm sitting here for 2 hours. What am I going to do? And then this little voice would say, oh, this is stupid. Why are you doing this? It's like, you're a weirdo. And then I was like, no, I'm not a weirdo. This is not weird. I'm in my room by myself. I'm just here with myself. But there was a little voice that said, this is weird. You're a weirdo. So I got to see how my natural mind works with the self-talk. So let's see who's in here. Maureen, hi, how are you? Hello, hello. So I see 13 people in here. So can you guys give me a thumbs up and please, talk. We're going to work through affirmations today. So if there's anyone who's coming in, let's talk about how we really can manifest easy because manifesting is like it's natural. You're doing it all day, every day. I say this all the time, and I always get questions about how can I do this, but my SP did that, and it's like the buts and the this and the that, and it's like no. Start affirming for yourself that what I say goes. What I say goes, no matter what. Allow yourself to feel the energy or whatever you're going through. If it's negative or positive, if you're having a moment, allow yourself to feel that, but you got to get back on track. So let's start with mental diets. A lot of people don't like the word mental diet. However, I went on a mental diet for a week and I failed the first time because a mental diet, like you're supposed to basically flip all your thoughts. And I had work and all this other craziness, and I could not do that. So I was like, okay, can I do it for a day on my day off? So I told my fiance at the time, who's my husband now, manifested my SP. If you guys want to know how I did it, ask me below. But I asked him, I'm sorry, I told him, look, for the entire day from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m., I'm going to be in the room. I'm trying to detox my brain from, negative thoughts. And because he's supportive, he looked at me funny, but he was like, okay. I said, yeah, but you can't like knock on the door. And if I go to the bathroom or go get something to eat, you can't talk to me. And he was like, okay. But he did it. And so what I uncovered from doing a mental diet was all of the stuff that was running in the back. Meaning, like, I'm not talking about reading a book. I'm not talking about on your phone. I'm talking about sitting in silence for a short period of time. The only thing that you're allowed to do is write, like maybe write out your thoughts. So everything that came in my head, I just wrote it out. And I did that from 7 a.m. to like 6 p.m. I think, yeah, like it was early in the morning to like the evening. And I just sat in the room and I had water and some food, and I just sat and I wrote. And what I uncovered is that anytime I affirm something beautiful for myself, immediately there's a thought that goes, that's stupid. And then I'll be like, oh my God, am I really thinking that? Because all the noise around you, you cannot catch those little sneaky ass thoughts that say that's stupid. But when I was able to sit in silence for a short period of time, I was able to write down those thoughts and just kind of like observe like what's running in the background. So I just want you guys to know that taking a mental diet, a lot of people can't do it for a long period of time, but the shortest amount of time that I would implore you to do it for, just to like test and see what's going on in your head, is like 2 hours with uninterrupted, no one bothering you, silence. And the only thing you can do is a pen and a paper and write down your thoughts or write. And you will start to observe that even though you're affirming all these beautiful things for your life, that as soon as you affirm them, there's an underlying or a limiting belief that comes right up because you have a habit of fighting for your limiting beliefs. So how do we reconcile that? How do we focus on self-talk? Like what we're saying to ourselves. You have to be aware of it. You have to become aware of the self-talk. So I know a lot of people have things going on in their life because that's what I hear. Like, oh, I have a toddler. My mother's sick. I have to work. All these like limitations. It comes down to like, what are you willing to sacrifice the smallest amount of thing to observe your thoughts to see where the issues are? What are you willing, like, can you just give yourself an hour? I say 2 hours, but can you give yourself a small time of quietness to observe your thoughts, to see exactly like what's going on in there? Because once you see what's going on in there, then you can make affirmations that will actually work for you better. Because you'll know what negative stuff is going on and you can flip it. You'll be able to understand how your mind works. As soon as you affirm something positive, does it immediately go to the negative, or does it question, or just observe like what's going on? Because I feel like some of my clients are affirming and they're getting results in one area but not the other area, and I'm like, well, then if you're feeling some type of way, it's an awareness thing. You may not know what the underlying issue is, and you don't go digging for it. You just become aware of, why am I affirming something but I'm still feeling a certain type of way? It's because you don't maybe know that your thoughts are creating on autopilot in the back. So let's see what's going on. Oh my goodness, I have thank you guys all for coming in. Uh Danica Marie, Sweet Warrior. I always wanted to know, is your name Roxas 4878? 48 is actually a angel number for me. Yes, I did. I am 36 years old. I'll be 37 this year in October. I'm a Libra. Aw, thank you. Some subjects are harder to manifest than others. Why is that? Nura, let me just say, the reason why is because this is what I'm talking about, is that you have underlying stories and conversations that are underlying, but you don't know that they're underlying. You just do things. It's like your subconscious is on autopilot, and you've been programmed since you were a young person, or throughout your life, things that have gone on in your life, you've been programmed to believe a certain way, and then it just becomes habit. So before you reprogram yourself or make affirmations, you have to be aware of why you're doing something. For the longest, I would get up in the morning and I would be able to get up early, exercise, do whatever, and I would get so sleepy and tired after like an hour, no matter what I did. I became aware of the fact that I always used to say, "Oh my goodness, I don't have any energy." It was something about energy, like I don't have energy. I don't like I don't like I have too much to do. It. I don't have any energy. And one day it dawned on me. I'm like, how come after an hour of getting up early, I have no energy? This is ridiculous. Like I haven't, done anything crazy. I observed my thoughts when I woke up. And the thing that I would say to me in the past is, today's going to be a long day. I'm probably going to need a nap. That's what I would say to myself. And when you need a nap, it means that you don't have energy. So I stopped saying that. And as soon as I put my feet on the floor, what I've done in the past 6 months is, I'm ready for the world. I have more than enough energy. Let's go. I literally open my eyes, I give thanks, and I put my feet on the ground and I say, I have more than enough energy. Let's go. Because I'm running a business by myself and I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 4 a.m. But I wake up with, like, in my mind, knowing that I have to affirm that I have more than enough energy. Let's go. So at the end of the day, you have to understand, what are the underlying limiting beliefs that are keeping you from your affirmations working. If you were to uncover those things by observing your thoughts for just a short period of time, your affirmations would work better for you. Your focus would be more like honed in, and you would see your results faster. Because there's nothing worse than affirming for something that you wholeheartedly believe in, but you have an underlying belief that's the opposite. And opposite and a positive, when it comes to affirming, it cancels each other out. So Let's go. I just want to acknowledge the people that are in the room. Thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you. Nora, did I answer your question? Some subjects are harder to manifest than others. Why is that? It's because of the resistance and the underlying limiting beliefs. I just want to make that clear. And yes, so heebie-jeebies, OMG, hi. I'm repeating, I manifested my dream before summer 2021, and now I confidently wear whatever I want, and it feels amazing. That's perfect. That sounds like an amazing affirmation. That's something that I would use. Did you only do this for one day when it came to observing my thoughts? Yes. The first time I did a social media detox. And I decided that I was going to mentally, from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m., monitor my thoughts. And the only thing I could do to stimulate myself was obviously to have a pen and paper. I could write. And when I was hungry, I could go get something to eat, but I only limited it to one meal because that's still stimulation. And I sat in solitude. 7, what is that? 7 a.m., 7, 8, 9, 10. So over 10 hours. Over 10 hours. What it did for me is it reset me because it made me realize that every time I affirm something, I'm like, okay, this is great. I'm sitting here after an hour. I'm like, okay, this is boring as hell. What am I going to do for the next 9 hours? And then there was a little voice that came up and said, yeah, this is really stupid and you're a weirdo. And I said, whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't say I was a weirdo. But I was able to observe that little thought that crept in. So mental diets, people talk about like, oh, you got to flip the thoughts, flip the thoughts. I don't believe you have to do that for the rest of your life. You have over 60,000 thoughts. Could you imagine trying to flip every single freaking thought throughout your day? When you got children to take care of, you have a job to go to, or you have multiple things in your life. No, what you need to do is reset. Reset. What amount of time? Uh-oh, I'm sweating. Hold up, is it hot in here? What amount? Look, guys, don't mind me. It's hot here in New York today. But what amount of time can you dedicate to your everyday life before you go out into the world? What amount of time can you dedicate that would help you to reset your day? Just take one day to monitor your thoughts. Take one day. I'm not saying you have to do it for the 10 hours I did it for, which was amazing. Maybe 1 hour of just observing your thoughts to see what's going on in there. Because once you know what your thoughts are doing, you can better make your affirmations, is all I'm saying. Hi, Petite Priestess. How are you? Ig, Ig, Igtius 870. Are you really my cousin? You said, hey, cuz. Are you somebody that I'm related to? If you are, make yourself known. Okay, thank you. Oh, yes, Libras. Haha, Libras in the house. Do I have a cash app? Yes, I do. It's in my description. Thank you so much, my dear. Um, yes, heebie-jeebies. It takes persistence and complete focus. Can't serve two masters at once. No, and well, I don't want to get into it just yet. Yeah, your beliefs, you guys don't understand it. Like, okay, so by the time you're 7 years old, you have already been programmed to be the person that you are right now. Unless you decide that there's something that you don't like, and then you go through reprogramming. Your subconscious is very obedient. And it doesn't really take that long to reprogram. The only thing is you have to know what to reprogram. That's a mental diet. You have to know what to focus on. And you have to monitor what you're saying to yourself. Now, here's something that I want to implore you guys to do, because this is a part of like a program that I'm going to be coming up with, is listening to your affirmations before bed. You can put your affirmations on a loop like I do, and then listening to your affirmations while you're sleeping. Your conscious mind is shut down and your subconscious is pulling. Okay, I can't go into the subconscious stuff because it's going to take too long in this live, but I just know that your subconscious is the recorder of everything around you. It never sleeps. If you listen to your affirmations while you're asleep for like, maybe put them on a loop for an hour, and then you say those affirmations throughout the day, what you're doing is you're amplifying the vibration of what it is that you're desiring. The worst thing you can do is listen to affirmations at night and then affirm something different in the day, because you just cancel it out. So my goal today is to get you to understand, to know what your mind does. You got to take some time to like mentally know what's going on in here. If you can't sit for 2 hours in silence, can you sit for an hour? If you can't sit for an hour, can you sit for 10 minutes in silence just to observe where your thoughts go with no stimulation or anything? Just to get a grip on how your mind and your thoughts go. Are you hearing something repeating, like a repeating song? Are you hearing like a word? Are you saying this is stupid? What is going on in there? I got to keep saying this because people don't understand. You're affirming, you're getting all these manifestation coaches to tell you to do this, that, and the third. I want you to get results. I want you to feel like you are the master of your reality. And the only way I have seen that clients, people I work with, and other people that I see have been able to really make like lasting changes in their life is to know what it is that's going in there. Like what's in there. It's not a big deal. It's just like, okay, this is what I do. This is what my mind does. And now let's reaffirm. So I made that point. Petite priestess. I thought we were going to do the 11 o'clock. But then you canceled the event. But it was some miscommunication. But if you want to reschedule it, no problem. Even today or tomorrow, whenever you want to reschedule it, I can do it for you. Breezy Daisy, good for you. Social media throws me off sometimes, especially in the AM. Breezy, did you get my email? Did you get my email, my dear? Okay. Breezy Beezy says, how do I stop racing thoughts when sitting in solitude to affirm? You don't. You don't stop racing thoughts. You let them race. Because the first time you ever have to sit in solitude, you get to observe that's what your mind is doing on autopilot. While you're talking to someone on the phone, in the back, your mind is racing. When you sit in solitude, you get to observe that your mind is racing. So you don't stop those thoughts, you accept them. Accept that your mind is racing. Decide you're only going to let your mind race for 20 minutes. And then after that, say, okay, my mind is racing. Usually what I found is when a mind is racing, it's because you're overstimulated. Caffeine, alcohol, which good girl, look, I had a cocktail before I came on here. Trust me, like I do mimosas and stuff like that. But caffeine, alcohol, or something that has stimulated you. So breathing, I'll tell you this, how to calm a racing mind. Guys, I promise you. I'm going to tell you guys my story in 1 second so that you understand. Because I have not told my story yet, but I'm about to tell it real quick. How to calm a racing mind. Breathe out very quickly, because everything is energy, whether you believe it or not. Like, your body is an energy center. You have meridian spots on your body that release energy. You breathe in, breathe out. Decide to take 10 slow breaths on a count of 4. Most people can come into 4. So like, that was literally in on 4 and out on 4. Most people breathing is so shallow that all they can do is a 4 in and a 4 out. Do that 10 times. Your thoughts will not be racing no more. When you focus on what you're doing 10 times, 4 counts in and 4 counts out. Breathe in from the nose, out through the mouth, 10 times with 4 counts. I promise you, your thoughts, it's like impossible. Your mind cannot race and focus on breathing. Breath is life. So that's how, and I'm a woman who used to have really bad panic attacks. That's what I'm saying. Like, my story of how I got to where I am in understanding universal law and being a person who knows how to calm themselves and soothe themselves, this path has been like 10, 15 years for me. But it wasn't, however, it wasn't until recently. My husband says that. Don't say but, say however, but it's the truth. However, right now where I am in life, I understand that anything I go through, if my body is feeling bad, or if I'm feeling negative, or if there's something that's giving me anxiety, the first thing I do is I acknowledge it. It's okay. I'm a human. Okay. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, but I'm a human. And you have to honor the fact that you're going to experience those things. And as soon as you honor that, then you flip those thoughts and say, okay, I acknowledge that I just had like an episode. So now we're just going to go back into acknowledging that I can manifest whatever I want. It's okay for me to feel some discomfort right now, but that has nothing to do with me manifesting the things that I love and desire. It has nothing to do with that. Like, just make it normal, make it light, make it easy, because we're trying to make affirming easy. We're trying to make it, seem normal, because it really is. It's when you get into your head and let those thoughts run all rampant that you kind of just convolute everything that you're trying to do. So let me see what you guys are saying. Hi, Kay. How are you? While you were doing that, did you do other things around the house? Clean, but no music, TV, or phone? Okay, so Kay, what you're describing is kind of like meditation. Meditation is anything that you put your sole focus on with no distractions. That's meditating. So what you could do, you could use cleaning. I used to do that. I used to use cleaning as a form of meditating. And I would put in some inspirational gospel music. I put that in, and then I would clean, and I'd let that music, that spiritual music play in the background, and I would think. So no, I did not detox my mind to observe my thoughts with other things. No distractions when you're trying to. I'm sorry, I hate using the word try. This is my own thing. Like, we're not saying try. We're doing. When you are detoxing your mind from those negative underlying running autopilot thoughts, you need to have no distractions. So no, you sit with yourself. Sit. That's where some people it's difficult. They got to be doing something. No, sit with your thoughts and observe them, because that will help you to make affirmations. You could say all day, okay, SP for anyone who like doesn't know, is specific person, but most people want like this specific person to be a lover or whatever. Let's say you're SP and you are on the outs and you're manifesting that person back into your life. You're doing self-concept and all this other great things that we do. If you sat in silence and thought about that person and said, okay, for an hour, I'm going to meditate or I'm going to detox my mind from any thoughts from my SP. That's your intention. We're not going to think about SP. We're just going to sit here in silence for like an hour and just write my thoughts. Pen and paper is the only thing you're allowed to have. What are the thoughts that start coming up about you and your SP? Because I guarantee if you're making affirmations about your SP, oh, he loves me or she loves me, me and my SP, we have a wonderful relationship. If you sat in silence and your intention was to uncover the thoughts around that particular relationship, you would be amazed at what you're really thinking in the back. I guarantee you, there's a thought that will come up saying, oh, this is stupid, or well, he was with that other bitch and then he's, liking people on social media. That's a thought that you would not know that's coming up if you had headphones in your ear, you were entertaining your child, or at work entertaining someone else. So that's why I say sit in a space of silence, intend to observe your thoughts and see what comes up. You could say for the next hour, I'm going to observe my thoughts around my relationship with the SP. You could say that and see exactly what comes up. Oh my God, my package is here. Did you guys hear the doorbell? I'm so excited because I've been waiting for my Amazon package. So I hope they just leave it at the door. I'm not going to stop the live for that. I've been waiting on some stuff. But you would have to observe your thoughts around a specific thing. So you don't have to just sit there in silence and say, okay, what the hell am I doing? You can say, okay, for an hour, I'm going to sit in solitude and think about abundance and why my bank account doesn't have the amount of money that I wanted. How does that make me feel? Make that intention and then see what comes up. Can you do that for an hour? Like, why do people hate sitting in solitude with themselves? This is important because I feel like people are affirming and they're getting like results here and there, but they don't understand it. Like you could speed up your results if you would just know what the hell is going on in your mind. It's the inner conversations that are underlying on autopilot that are causing people to affirm to the blue in the face and getting small results when you could just address the situation in a short period of time and completely tell that new story. I'm all for mental diets, but I know a lot of people can't do it. They don't have the lifestyle to do it. It's hard for people. That's the affirmation. It's hard. And it's like, why do you guys want to say anything? Okay. You know what I had to stop telling myself? That things were hard. Anytime I say, oh, it's hard to do that, I don't know if that's I'm going to be able to do that. I'm like, Danielle, Deo, Dayo is my nickname. Everybody calls me that, my family. Deo, it's easy to do. It's up to you. It's easy to do. It's just up to you. Now that I know what I know, it's like even in my own life, I have so many things that I'm working on, and my own life shit still comes up in the back of my head with like business and money and like spending money. That's something that I still have to like pay attention to back here. And I'm doing great at it. it's something that I know that I have to keep a hold on. So let me see what you guys are doing so that I'm not yapping. Sweet warrior, how are you, my dear? Happy life. Thank you for joining. What about if someone adopted a child at 9 and he or she was programmed to believe their whole life they're a bad kid, so they misbehave? Could the adopted parent with their own thoughts change that? Okay, let me just release that. So I am an adopted kid, and I don't know if you came in the beginning, but I am an adopted kid. I was adopted by a wonderful family. However, I was adopted as an older child. I was adopted around like 9 or 10. So my programming I had already been conditioned to believe in lack, food stamps, mother who was doing God knows what. I had family that took me in, but at some point I just got lost in the sauce and they put me in the system. Long story short, I could have been the child who had issues. I remember as a kid, though, that I was in my own little world. While everything else was going on around me, I was in my own little world. And I had an angel who blessed me, my foster mother, my first one, who just saw something special in me and just was, she fed into me. Long story short, whenever you have a child who they're 9, by now they have a program, my dear. Unfortunately, you have nothing happy life to do with that child's programming. The only thing that whoever's in that child's life can do is to re-pour into them that they're loved, they're safe, and that you're going to be there no matter what, because neglect and abandonment is usually what happens with children who are adopted. I accept the fact that I had an abandonment issue. You see how I said that? I accept the fact that I had an abandonment issue. And when I look to my adoptive parents who are my parents, what I say to myself is that voice in my head that says, your mother never loved you, your mother never cared about you, I let that voice go and I say, that's not true. My parents shows me you have to choose a child to adopt them. So if that's an adopted child, just reinforce that you were chosen. Help them to reprogram themselves that we chose you. We adopted you. It costs money to adopt people. And that's my new story is that my parents chose me. They wanted me. They've never left me. And that's the truth. Petite Priestess, tell me now what time you want to get on. You want to get on after this? Breezy, okay. Well, Breezy, I sent it through your Breezy Deezy. I sent it through your website. Oh, it was a great email. Breezy Deezy. I sent it through your website and I sent it through like Microsoft. Can I leave my email here and you personally send me an email that I can contact you and I'll resend it to you, I promise. All right, Breezy, that's for you, baby. G with an explanation point. When you said, did you get my email? My mind went to, did you get my love? Don't come. Oh my goodness, my dear. Dope discussions. Found your PayPal. Okay. Here's what I'd like to say to you if you're still in here. Send me an email because when anyone sends me anything to the channel, I send them something back as well. But send me an email. Check my description, or I just put my email in the comments. Fly Girls Manifesting. I have something special for you too. For anyone who donates to my channel ever. Avery, my cousin Avery. Is this? Wait, hold up. Ignatius 8705. Is this my cousin Avery that I grew up with? Please tell me if it's you. Just let me know. Off topic, do you like Mr. Beast? Who's Mr. Beast? I don't know who that is. Thank you so much for answering my question. It's been tough for a family member, but they're not giving up. Thank you for sharing your story. Okay, happy life. Can you email me? I wouldn't charge, like I do coaching with, stuff, all that good stuff. But happy life, email me because I'm an adopted child. And I understand that it's not easy with a child who has been programmed. So if you have any other questions, just send me an email and we can chat and I can kind of give you more insight because this is a live and I want to make sure that everybody's getting, because people are going to be watching and I don't want to seem dry, but absolutely. Yeah, I have a soft spot for adopted kids because I understand that neglected energy around you that, oh, nobody wants me. I don't deserve it. I'm unworthy. Yeah. I'm on food stamps. I have to eat the bottom of the, like, I had to get over that shit. I really did. So, okay. We're 40 minutes in. And I always said that I wanted to keep the live going, but I'll go for like an hour unless somebody wants something. So here's what I'd like to ask the audience that's watching, and I see 22 people. Can the 4 people who are watching, can you like the video, please? Let me have a sip of water. Are you guys into crystals and like stones and stuff like that? This is a citrine. It's for abundance, clarity on like a creativity. And I wrap these myself. Like I have a bunch of them I wrap. Uh-oh. So, okay. What I also want to do is I want to show you guys. This is for thank you guys so much for the likes. So this book is called uh-oh. Uh-oh. You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And what I will say is at the back of this book, let me just give you guys this disclaimer. I'm not a medical doctor. I have had some health ailments in my life in the past 10 years that I've been able to heal. And I'm just going to say that. For me personally, this is not advice for anyone else. This is the book that I read. Louise Hay. All the law of attraction teachers, all of the people who are doing all the spiritual work. This beautiful lady, her name is Louise Hay. She's an older, beautiful white lady. She died, I think, in her 90s. Her story was she was sickly. And she used affirmations to heal her life. But what she did, without digging too much into her past, what she did is she acknowledged how she felt in the present. If you say, I want to make 6 figures, this is my personal story. I'm like, how's a little girl from like the hood, down in the barrel, like mother doing God knows what, little black girl, how am I going to work for myself and make 6 figures? Like, Do people who make like $500,000 look like me? And in the back of my mind, it was no. That was a limiting belief that I had to change because that is not true. And in my life, it's not true. Me and six figures go hand in hand now. Whereas before, it was unreachable for me. And you would look at me and say, well, what does she do to make six figures? Wouldn't you like to know? It ain't nothing illegal. It's being my authentic self. It's aligning with my higher self, my higher purpose. It's putting in the work. It's understanding how my mind works. I could have done a YouTube channel a long time ago. Spirit has led me to talk to the people. But I had to work on myself first before I could come and teach other people how to do what I do, because it's actually really easy when you decide that it's easy. When you decide that something is easy, then it becomes easy. What other people are doing around you, that shit really doesn't matter. It matters when you're trying to learn, like, okay, this person does something I want to do, so I'm going to learn. But learning from them doesn't mean that you have to be them. It means that you learn, you take from them what you need, and then you make it your own. So how I learned how to do what I do is to be my authentic self, monitor my self-talk, do it consistently, and then make my affirmations around the things that I desire to have. Louise Hay's book, How to Heal Your Life. I had a medical ailment that was plaguing me. Like, I literally felt like, why me? Doctors. Okay. It just wasn't. And then in this book, she addresses like every ailment in your body is your body talking to you. So if you have a headache, that's your body literally saying, maybe you're overthinking. I don't know, But paying attention to your body, your mind, your spirit, paying attention to yourself, becoming aware of what's going on is going to serve you when it comes to developing your muscle, your affirming muscle. See, people want to say that there's a quick fix. There is an easy way to do things, always. You work smarter, not harder. There's no quick fix stuff. That's what I want to say. Easy is good. Quick fix, no bueno. We want to make our lives easier. We want to make manifesting consciously and deliberately something that we do naturally, and it's like it's no stress about it. If you are affirming for something and you get negative thoughts, allow those thoughts to come through. But how do you even know what those thoughts are if you haven't taken the time to observe how your mind processes thoughts? Because your thoughts are what is creating your reality. Underlying thoughts that you don't even know what's going on is creating your reality. So I would say take a small amount of time to refocus what's going on. Make affirmations. I want to say this at the end. Because like I said, I'm not a healthcare professional or anything like that, but this book taught me the importance of knowing that in your body, when you feel any type of dis-ease, like meaning like you don't feel comfortable, that's your body talking to you emotionally. So you should pay attention to that and know that, your body's not going to feel bad if you're not thinking thoughts that are contributing to your energetic feel and all that good stuff. I could go deep into this, but I won't do it for the sake of this. So, along with that, so it's coming up on an hour. I'll stay here as long as you guys need me to. See, my cousin is in here, right? And I'm talking about myself being adopted. He said he never saw me as an adopted kid. You or said is my other adopted cousin. And I'm saying this to say is that you see how my own family member is in here saying that they never saw me that way. But what about the way I saw myself? Your self-concept and how you see yourself. Now, my family, they never treated me as like, oh, you the adopted kid, we the real kids, and all that good stuff. Because there's a lot of adopted kids in my family. And I'm so thankful for my family. Like, my husband, he loves like my family. However, what I'm saying is that I understand that there's a program that you're programmed to believe. And then when you have a group of people who accept you and say, oh, we're not going to think of you as different. I have those memories, but I know that there are certain things in my life that I went through that I was already programmed before I even got to that family. That family was awesome. But what about all the stuff that happened before I got there? It's irrelevant to who I am now. It's irrelevant because going back and digging it up doesn't make me a better person today. However, knowing that I was programmed from 7 and below as an adopted kid makes me realize that just affirm for like being loved and appreciated. You ain't got to go dig into who did what to you. Just know that people who are abandoned, they feel some type of way about XYZ, and just affirm for that is what I'm saying. And I want you guys also to understand one thing too before I get out of here, because I'm going to be on here as long as you guys need me to. It's not an hour yet, so we'll keep talking. Can anyone who's in the chat right now ask me something that they feel like no matter how much they affirm for it, no matter how much they try to get over it, it's still something that just will not go away. And I will help you to shift through it. Because I'm really good at like shifting through words. Your words are powerful. Your self-talk is powerful. Okay, I like crystals, but they become a bit too trendy for me now. Still useful though. Yeah. Well, crystals have a scientific these are from the earth. So energetically they are from the earth. So you just if you believe in energy, you just use them however you see fit. You don't need crystals to manifest. What the blue? Oh, the mandala? So that is if you stare into the middle, that's called Bindu. It's a focal point. If you were to stare into that dot while I'm talking for like a minute, it will help you to focus. And anything that I'm saying will be like in the background, but you're focused. So the Bindu in the middle is what helps you to focus. It's just a mandala. It's actually lopsided if you guys see it. I have to cut it like perfectly, but it's an image I want my audience to get used to because it's the image that I used to meditate on, and I would literally like be able to focus intensely and my thoughts would just like melt and I could focus. So I always love the mandala. Ignatius. Dope discussions. Try emailing you at the email you provided, but I'm getting an error message from email sent to me. Yeah, do that. Did I not write my child? Let me do this the right way. Fly girls manifesting at gmail.com. If not, Marie Dope Discussions, yeah, just go to my description and email me there because I know it works there. It's flygirlsmanifesting at gmail.com. Angel B, it seems like my relationships, friendships, or romantic always end badly and with betrayal. I am new to everyone as you pushed out, but I found out recently that I'm repeating a family cycle. Please help with how to shift. All right, Angel B. So now that we're going into what I'm talking about is your mental diet and what are the thoughts. What you're saying to me right now, listen to your words. Let's just unpack this. This is not a judgment on you. This is what I do in my coaching. You literally, like I do email coaching and all that stuff. Literally, you send me this, and this is what everybody pay attention. This is how I would reword this young lady's words in coaching. It seems like my relationships always, when you use the word always, you are solidifying whatever you say after it. If you say, I always have loving relationships with anyone who comes into my life. I always have loving relationships with anyone who comes into my life. When you use always, it's like it's a sealant. It's like Gorilla Glue. You know the Gorilla Glue, the lady who put all that stuff on her scalp and she had to go get it surgically removed. That's what you're doing when you're using always. You're solidifying, you're sealing the deal. So when you use always, use it to affirm things that you desire to have in a positive. So that's number one. Number two, always end badly and with betrayal. No, 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 no. My relationships always end badly and with betrayal. No. I always have beautiful relationships, and everyone who I come in contact with love and respect me. I am new to everyone as you pushed out. No, you're not. I understand how everyone is you pushed out works. You flip that. But, eliminate but, because but negates everything after it. But I have found out recently that I'm repeating a family cycle. No, you're not. You're your own person. Did you not, if you had not heard me in the past 20 minutes talk about how I was a little abandoned Black girl from the hood whose mother was doing God knows what in the streets, ended up in foster care, and had an amazing adopted family who adopted me. That was my old story. I told that story already. My story, my cousin is in here. A cousin whose family I adopted into. He said he never saw me that way, but that's how I used to see myself. How I see myself now is I am a person who has family who loves and adores me, and I love them back. So you do not have a family recycle, a family cycle that you're repeating. Affirm that my family cycle from my past is in my past, and my new family cycle is that I am XYZ. Like if you have a hard time letting it go, just say it's in the past. Just affirm that it's in the past. That still works for you. I have a question at night when I affirm what is suitable to affirm for a self-concept or for a specific desire. Nope, self-concept is always going to rule. How self-concept, let's just talk about this real quick. Before you start to attract anything into your life, your self-concept, who you believe you are, how you believe you should be treated, how you speak to yourself. Those little thoughts that run in the back. Oh, I'm affirming that I'm beautiful, I'm sexy, people love me. And in the back, it's oh no, you're ugly, you're stupid. Remember that time that so and so did this. So your self-concept, if you would affirm for the way you want people to treat you, everyone else has no choice but to treat you that way because your perception about yourself only allows people who treat you the way you want to be treated to come into your reality. So self-concept is what you should affirm for. Angel B. Oh, God bless you. I used to Roxas 4878. I used to affirm a lot only for a specific desire and a few random times for self-concept. Now I want to focus more on self-concept. Um, you can also manifest things in in what do they call it? Like I'm a person, I like to live in the end. But you could affirm for things like in specific like brackets only if it makes you feel good. If you start to worry or get anxiety about anything that you're affirming for, then make it general because you want things that you're affirming for to feel natural. Okay, I don't know if it's a limiting belief, but it's really hard for me to complete things. I can start projects, then once I am close to the finish line, I just let go. Please help me. I've had that happen to me. That's if I'm just using my intuition. What you're talking about is imposter syndrome. Excuse me. It's imposter syndrome. It is a limiting belief because with imposter syndrome, you feel like if I show up, am I supposed to be here? And if I can't fit the bill, if I can't consistently do something, then I'm a failure. So the root of that is fear and failure. So if you don't want to finish a project, it's the fear of failure and that people will like see you as an imposter, like you're not supposed to be here. Who do you think you are? That's kind of how I used to feel. You know how I got over that? I made this one affirmation to myself. Everyone has to start from where I am to be successful. No one comes out the womb knowing how to be successful until they do trial and error. So what I did is I made it normal. It's like, everyone has to start where I am. Because when you don't want to finish projects, it's because what's the use of it's like why finish this? Like why? Like what's the purpose? And that just goes to like not feeling like you'll be able to live up to the expectations of what people want you to do. I am Sheila J. How can I deal with roommates who keep trying to project how they see themselves on? Okay, I'm gonna come back to that. So here's what I'd like to say for people who are coming in and out. I just want to remind you guys that the purpose of this live is to learn how to make your life easier and make manifesting deliberately, consciously a part of your everyday life because you're always doing it no matter what. So you might as well figure out a way to do it deliberately to where you're not at the whim of your stupid little thoughts in the back, or you're not at the whim of everyone around you telling you that you can't do something. You have to take control of affirming things in the present and being aware of any little limiting or little sneaky thoughts. So take some time to be with yourself to see what your thoughts are. That's what I was talking about. But aside from that too, I have a Facebook group that is free. It's going to be free for a while. You will get free coaching. I'm in there 2 times out of the week. I'm probably going to pick Tuesday and a Thursday. What I'm doing here now is a live, but in there you will get like whatever you text me or, put in whatever. It's a community of people. It's public now. It will not be public after April 1st. And after that, it will be a paid group. So what I would like to tell you is that that's where I'm going to be doing like what I'm doing now. I will be doing that throughout the week. Like as soon as I see a DM or anything like that or a notification, I'll go right to you guys because I want to develop a community of people who are serious about deliberately manifesting their lives. Like any issues that you have, it's like I can only be on live for so long. But in that group, I can go into depth with you guys individually because the attention span of people on YouTube I'm talking to you guys, but I can go into depth, and I'm gonna make that a public group until April 1st. After that, if you're in the group, you don't have to pay me anything. Anyone else after that, it's going to be a small fee to get in, because I'm going to use it as like my coaching, to build a coaching community for people who really want to know. Like, I have so many things that I could tell you guys that I did, that like, it went from me not believing I could do something, within a week or two, shit just started moving. And I'm like, oh, that's all I had to do? You mean to tell me I just had to remove the limiting belief? I can't do that in an hour. I have to, like, go into depth. So my Facebook group is in my description and all that good stuff. It's Fly Girls Manifesting Greatness on Facebook. That's the group. And so yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know that. And also, anything that I do, like my websites and nothing, just look in the description. I have like so many things. I'm like, if people would look in the description, they get like free coaching. They would, like, I'm telling you. I just want to see who's like willing to build. If you can't take the first step and somebody's offering you something that they can help you do that they've already done to make your life easier, if you can't even do that, then it's like, I just want to see who's serious about it. Because at the end of the day, I was put here to help someone avoid all the bullshit that I had to go through, to realize that my thoughts are creating my thoughts. What I'm saying to myself all day, every day. Don't matter what's going on around you, kids, job, no. Somebody could be literally in your face acting a fool, and you could be affirming in your mind, whatever, and the shit don't even phase you, and you keep it moving. How do you get to that? It's taking me a long time, but baby, I'm here. And so that's what I want to do for you guys who are coming into my YouTube channel or any other stuff that I have going on. I'm here to serve the people, because it's what I was called to do. So I am Sheila. I'm gonna answer some questions, and I'm gonna get off here soon, but I'm here to answer the questions. So if you guys are still here with me, I still see that you guys are still here. So I'm not gonna get off until I answer the questions, because that's what I came on for. I just felt called to talk to you guys. I am Sheila J. How can I do with roommates who keep trying to project how they see themselves? Uh-uh. They affirm they are broke, and I ain't broke. I always have money. I respect. I feel annoyed. Do you have a room you can go to? I am Sheila. Okay. I'm sorry if my husband is watching. I'm so sorry, baby. I love you. My husband and I, we live together. We have separate rooms in the house. There are times where I will tell my husband, look, for the first half of the day, I'm going to need to have space to myself. I just let it be known, like, please don't disrupt me. I have something that I'm really working on. And then later in the day, we can hang out. That's not just because I don't want to be around him. It's because my boundaries and how I respect myself are important. Because what everyone else has going on has nothing to do with me. If you have roommates that can't respect your space, can you put a lock? Do you have a room that you can go to? That's number one. And can you put a lock from the inside on it so people cannot get in? Because what I would do with the roommate situation is I would let it be known. I'd be very nice and very kind whenever they start talking about some shit that I don't want to talk about. I'd be like, okay, yeah, I hear what you're saying. I'm gonna fix my food and I'm gonna go because I have like some people I need to talk to, or I need to talk to my mom. Like, make up an excuse to get out of that negative energy. But my main thing is, do you have like a place that you can go to where you don't have to even talk to these people and you can be in your own thoughts? I'm very good at visualization. Hearing voices in daydreaming, I always felt really good at, but doubted later and asked myself if I'm doing good. That happened because I had poor self-concept. Well, here's what I have. These are affirmations. Like, when you say I have, or I am, or I did, you're affirming. Let me just tell people that you don't have to say something out of your You don't have to say something out of your mouth to affirm. You could think it or feel it. If it's something that you believe to be true, you're affirming it. And if you do it consistently enough, it becomes a habit. If you do it to the point where it's not only a habit, it's like a belief. You can change a habit. A belief you can change as well, but it's harder to change because a belief is something that's deeply ingrained. It's like if you have a habit of eating candy, you can change uh, your thoughts about candy. You can say that candy is bad for my health and I like my teeth. My husband does this. My husband doesn't eat a lot of sweets because he had a bad situation happen with his teeth. He has beautiful teeth, by the way. Beautiful smile, white smile, straight teeth, braces, and all that. However, my husband does not like to eat a lot of sweets because he always says this, I love my teeth. So he does not eat a lot of sweets because he had a bad situation happen that he did not like when it came to something that they had to do in his mouth. And after that, he decided that sweets are not good for him because he doesn't want his teeth to be affected. That affirmation has helped him. So even though it seems like it's something negative, it's whatever's natural to you, because at the end of the day, you saying that I have poor self-concept, say I have wonderful concept of myself, and anything that I need to work on, I'm confident that I will be able to work on it. You can affirm to be like a master manifester. You can affirm and say, look, I'm the best at manifesting my desires. You can say, you know what? I'm the best at like getting rid of my bullshit ass beliefs. You could say that. That could be an affirmation. I'm amazing. And I'm gonna leave you guys with this and then I'm gonna get off here. How to affirm the best way. Ask yourself questions because your subconscious will try to find the answer. Why is my life so amazing? Why do people treat me with the utmost respect? Why do I have so much money in my bank account? Why is my SP always freaking texting me? Yo, this dude is always freaking texting me. Why is my SP so in love with me? Why is so and so always like telling me how much he loves me and wants to be with me? Why is so and so always showing me what he wants to do for me? And when you use always, just know you're cementing it, okay? I'm gonna answer a couple more questions and then we'll try to wrap it up. Mm. I'm Sheila. Email me because I see you in my comments all the time. Email me because I can help you better through an email. I could give you some more insight. I feel frustrated. No, you don't. Don't ever say that you feel some way that you don't want to feel. Because I want to work on my content. I just disrupt now. Your landlord's not going to do anything about the situation, my dear. He's not. You have to do something about it. So when I tell you this, email me, my dear. Is there anything else that you guys want to know? Because what I will leave you guys with, and the 17 people, don't leave yet because this is the most important thing. This is going to change your life. Don't leave, 17 people. Don't leave. Oh, look, another person came back in. Don't leave yet. I'm going to reiterate with you. My name is Danielle. This is Fly Girls Manifesting. I'm building a community of beautiful, conscious, deliberate manifestors. It may seem like it's a small community now. However, who knows, a year from now, I might have 100,000 people and you will not be able to have access to me as easily as you do now because I'm proclaiming that my platform is going to expand. Here's what you can do to have easy access to me at the moment. You can join my Facebook group. It's free for now. In that group, you can ask me whatever questions. If you do not use Facebook, you can email me. If you want more coaching and to go more in depth, I will send you the link to my website, and there's a password for it because I am building a community of people who are serious. I have a formula. I'm not no different from none of y'all. I'm not here trying to sell you nothing crazy or nothing like that. I'm telling you, have easy access to me at the moment. However, I need to know who's serious about working because I want to build. Like, I know everybody else on YouTube is trying to make money and stuff. No, I want to build. So you can email me in my description. You can join the Facebook group. Those are ways that you have easy access to me. If you want to do more coaching in depth, I will send you to my website. There's a password to get on there for now because I just want to be able to know who's serious. That's all. I love you guys. I will be putting more content on YouTube for you. My community tab, I'm going to be giving exclusive stuff for my subscribers. For the people who want to know the easiest, quickest way to manifest things. I can't do everything on an hour and 15-minute live. If I were to go through everything, I'd be on for 3 hours. I can get to you if you email me, join the Facebook, or you go to my website. I can do that. So I just want to let you guys know I really appreciate you. I will have more content. I'm going to do more lives. I plan on doing a live this weekend where it's like a live free coaching. I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to have you guys call in. That would be fun, right? Or maybe I can make the video private and just send the link to people who want to have the free coaching. Can you guys tell me before I leave if I should send a link and it's private, and whoever wants free coaching, I just send you guys the link to the private live because I can make the live private. Or maybe I'll ask on the community tab. Either way, you guys have a wonderful day. Please leave me a thumbs up, comment. But yeah, it's time. 2021. Look, it's time for us to like set goals, set intentions. Stop worrying about what other people are saying and focus on what you want in your life. You can do it. You can do it working a 9 to 5. You can do it with a husband. You can do it with some kids. You can do it with your nasty ass parents or whoever you don't like in your life. You can have all those people around you and you can still manifest things that you want because you got to know what to focus on. So I've done it. I could show you how to do it. Check out my description box after the live. I'll put everything in there. Love you guys so much. Before I go, all right. I am Sheila J. Zoom. Okay, sure. Sweet word. Yes. Okay. Live where? YouTube or Facebook? I could do both. I could have the live on Facebook for my Facebook group and also make the live private on YouTube and just invite you guys to the live. So I just want to know who wants free coaching. I'm going to do that since I'll announce it on my community tab. But when I announce it, you just have to shoot me an email that you want it. I will send you the link either if you're on Facebook or YouTube. And I'll set a time ahead of time and then, you can come in and we'll just like the coaching that I do for my clients is very tailored. However, what I am put here to do is to show people who look like me, yes, but all women. This channel is called Fly Girls Manifesting. It's the reason why it's girls, because we all have an inner girl inside of us. Cannot forget who that little girl is that you wanted to have XYZ. Well, she's an adult woman now, or she may still be a girl. There are some girls that watch, there are some young girls that watch this channel. So that's my purpose here, is to give insight, but to coach and to show people that this shit is easy. You see how I look? You can make millions, you can make 6 figures, you can have the life that you deserve if you just change your mindset, change those thoughts, do it consistently. And you don't have to worry about people around you. You really don't. They really don't matter. They're just pawns in your little reality. So, all right, I've talked enough. Isabella Miracle, do you believe in subliminals? Yes. But I make my own subliminals. My own subliminals. So yeah. All right, my dears. Have a wonderful day. I will talk to you guys soon, and check out my description box for anything that I do when it comes to services or anything like that. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Leave me comments down below. Tell me what you guys want me to talk about, any content, okay? All right, let me end this.